Excel will create pie graphs for you as well. So you can see here I have some data. I just pulled this from my MathLab homework example of job sources. So this is where people are getting jobs and the frequency that they got jobs. So the help ads, a search firm, networking, and mass mailing. The idea these are the only places they got there. Obviously I could throw in other if I'd got some other results as well. If you just highlight all this and you go over to insert and then graph, pie graph, it will do this for you. This is the pie graph. This is the percentage and it will divvy it up. You can add data labels if you want. Now you can see down here it lists each one of these. So this is help ads, that search firm, and you can of course add a table, like you might want to, change this to job sources. I actually prefer to take an extra step when I do this, and that is I do figure out the percentage. Now it's doing it for you, and that's how it's deciding how big each chunk will be. But I like to know what the percentage is so I can post that on my graph. And so you could, of course, figure that out. So you'd first find out the whole total. So in this case, the sum of B2 through B5. And then you'd have to, on each one of these, you'd do, let's see here, B2 divided by B6, and if you put a $ between it, it'll be useful here in a minute, times 100, so 69%. I'm going to fill down. You'll notice when I filled down, this B6 didn't change. It's because I put the $ in there. If I didn't put the $ in there, it would have been like B3, and it would have kept going down, and it would have negated what I did. Now, what you need to do here is if you're going to use this, I'm going to rewrite this down here, and I'm going to turn these into, so 69, 11, 16, I'm rounding. Make sure it adds up to 100, so B10 to B13, and it didn't, so I probably need to round one of these down. That was 69. Let's see here, so I'm going to do 10.5 and 4.5. There we go. But anyways, and then I'm going to highlight these and I'm going to go back and I'm going to do pie graph. The reason I did this is I like to click on this and I like it to give the percentages because I think that pie graphs can be really difficult to read and it's hard to go, well, exactly how big is each chunk? I like to see them labeled, and so taking that extra step to get the percentages so you can put it on your graph, I think is a very important feature if you are going to do a pie graph.